Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge. You know, this is one of my favorite passwords, because it kind of looks like a stealth bomber. You know, it's easy to remember. You gotta use your imagination when you're playing games from this era. And we're gonna play Elec Man on this stage, who apparently is a fascist based on that Sig Heil he just threw us. Again, like Iceman stage, I have to say the best part of this level is the music. Like, this music is seriously fantastic, almost to the point where I'd encourage you to put your headphones in if I wasn't almost positive that almost all of this fidelity is going to be lost when I upload it to YouTube. But in any case, yeah, really fantastic music, and that carries over to the rest of the game as a whole. The main introduction here, or the main trope that they introduce, is these blocks that disappear and reappear. And this is actually one of my favorite Mega Man recurring elements, and you know, they really mix it up in every Mega Man game that they have, but they usually have at least a couple of these puzzles, and we'll see that they're actually kind of used ad nauseum in the two Dr. Wily stages. And yes, unfortunately there are only two Dr. Wily stages, which is a bit of a disappointment, but you know, again, I can't rag on the game too much. It's almost 20 years old. It's almost as old as I am, and it's probably older than many of the people watching this right now. The Elec Man stage, in terms of difficulty and length, is probably the hardest stage in the game. I know I said Iceman stages, but Iceman stage is so short that it really doesn't compare to Elec Man stage, which is, you know, more of a marathon. Like, this level may actually take us 5 minutes, I don't know, 4 minutes? That'd be crazy considering we've done the last few in 2. Part of that is because, you know, I'm just not that great at the game. I mean, I'm pretty good. I've been training for the past 3 weeks in relatively solitary confinement, trying to get just as good as I am right now. But, yeah, part of it is just that it's long. It's a long level. The boss, I know I mentioned earlier that, 3 of the 4 Robot Masters could probably be beaten relatively comfortably with the Mega Buster. I think I'm a little bit remiss. I should take that back. You can beat Elec Man with the Mega Buster, but it's gonna be tricky, let's put it that way. You're gonna be a lot better off using Rolling Cutter. Of course, using Rolling Cutter, it's a fucking cakewalk, so like there's not even any challenge whatsoever there. It's almost like, you know, if Mega Man was an orange, we've gotten the peel started, so now the whole thing's starting to come unraveled, or unpeeled, I guess is a better word for it. And we get at that delicious Mega Man fruit in the middle, which, you know, I guess is not dying 20 times every time you play a level. Anyway. I really like these mining hat enemies. I think the first time I was introduced to them was in Mega Man X in the Rolling Armadillo stage. Again, one of the best Mega Man stages of all time. Yeah, they're definitely one of my favorite Mega Man enemies, particularly because unlike these guys right here, you don't have to wait 10 minutes to kill them. They die in one hit, which is, you know, a breath of fresh air, let's say. Here we go. Yeah, I actually made that jump successfully. Who would have thought? Now here is where things usually come off the rails for me, and well, yeah, you can see I just walked into that electric fence. My Mega Man skill is second to none. Hopefully I can get some health on this screen because, you know, not that Elec Man is very hard, particularly if you use Rolling Cutter, but you know, it would just be nice to have that little buffer so I don't have to risk losing a life. The worst thing in Mega Man by far is when you kind of shoot your wad all at once, and I didn't mean that to sound like a that's what she said moment, but what I mean is, let's say I'm fighting Elec Man and I use all of my Rolling Cutters trying to beat him, and then I'd end up dying anyway, so I basically have to commit suicide twice just so I can get my my weapons back, and I have to do the whole level all over again. It's a big to-do. That's the most frustrating part of Mega Man, to be sure. But anyway, out of all that rambling, we have actually made it all the way to Elec Man, so let's tear him a new one, basically. Let's use these boomerangs and end his miserable fascist life. Yeah, look at that. 3 boomerangs was enough to take him out. That's what I mean when I complain that the game's a little bit too easy. Even though, again, as a child, I was not kidding. This is the bane of my existence. Alright, so now we've got all 4 weapons from the original Robot Masters, as well as Carry, which is basically like Arc Coil or Arjet. I will see you next time in the Dr. Wily stage.